How old was Agnes? I forget. Was she 90?
She was 96.
96. That's about that I had to do. Very well.
In the waters of baptism, Agnes died with Christ and rose with him to new life. May she now share with him eternal glory.
Very good, someone. We are here today to say goodbye to a wonderful woman. She was my mother's younger sister and one of 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls. Grew up in a small town in upper New York State called Hoosick Falls. Her parents emigrated from Lithuania in the early 1900s. If anybody knows me well, they know I always brag, we're Lithuanian. She was raised on a farm and always loved animals. She graduated from high school and went to business school. All the women in our family are seamstresses. She left her hometown after high school and moved in with my mother in New Jersey. This is where she started her career in interior design. She met a young man named Charles and got married, and they started an interior design business after the war. They were very successful and enjoyed traveling abroad, going to Broadway shows and football games. She loved horseback riding, and at one time she even owned her own horse. She was very active in the Elks Women's Auxiliary and served as its president at one time. Auntie marveled that a small town farm girl was enjoying a New York lifestyle. She was my Auntie Mame. Having no children of her own, my mother was willing to share me. She bought me my first pair of high heels, made me my party dresses, let me take her car with a few girlfriends to the beach for vacations. She exposed me to concerts, museums, and zoos. She used her sewing talents to make wedding dresses, communion dresses, and Halloween costumes for all of our family. She decorated many of our homes with beautiful drapes and upholstery. She and Charles were terrific ballroom dancers, and she sewed a new fancy dress for every affair. She vacationed abroad with her first husband and all of the United States with her second husband, Bill, in their RV. As a matter of fact, Bill's grandson, Joey, and his daughter are here all the way from North Carolina to say goodbye to Grandma. It was hard for this Jersey girl to leave the Northeast, but she did, and fell in love with Bonita Springs. My aunt was quiet, but observant, thoughtful, smart, and generous. She loved her family, and we are sorry to lose her, but she had an exciting life with no regrets. I would like to thank Camille for her devotion to my aunt. Aunt Ag would not have had enjoyed her last years of life without Camille, and I could not have had peace in New Jersey if I did not know that Camille was there. Thank you all for coming and to say goodbye and Godspeed to Agnes. She loved all her friends in Citrus Park. Thank you.
How do I follow that? Hey everybody, I'm Camille.
Camille. Most of you know me, that I was Agnes's assistant for over 3 years now. And Mary told you a little about her younger days. I didn't know her then, but I did know all the amazing stories that she told me, and they were fabulous. She traveled the world. She had incredible adventures. She could go on and on about the places she had been, the people she had met. She sat with Frank Sinatra at her table in Las Vegas. She has a picture of herself with Eleanor Roosevelt, and it's right up here if you want to take a look. She was wonderful to work for. I'd be buzzing around the house working, and she'd say, Camille, sit down and don't do another thing all day. And usually the next thing that followed that was, let's go to Bell's, let's go shopping, let's go out for ice cream. She was so much fun, and she treated me so kindly. Agnes called me baby, and I called her mama. And we just had this thing, hey mama, hey baby. And I'm really, really going to miss her. To let you know a little bit more about her, I'm going to share some of her likes and dislikes. So this is a celebration of her life. And if you want to laugh or smile or chuckle, that's fine, because she had a great sense of humor. You might say, yep, that was Agnes all right. Right, Jean?
Right, you got it.
First and foremost, Agnes loved her family. She never had any children of her own, as Mary mentioned, but Mary Ploss filled that gap for her. Mary was wonderful. Mary was the apple of her eye. She talked about Mary every day. Mary called her every night to check in on her, see how she was doing, see what we did that day. I would say that Mary did have a daughter, a true daughter, and that was, Agnes had a true daughter, and that was Mary. Agnes loved flowers. If any of you went down her street by her yard, you know she loved the flowers. We could never have enough flowers in the yard. Lots of colors. She hated the color black. She loved flowers. Agnes loved ice cream. Anytime was ice cream time. At Citrus Park Bingo, when the little coupon for the free ice cream came, she wanted them. She loved the ice cream. Agnes loved cookies. Many of you know. I know Mary knows. Don knows. I told him lots of stories. Agnes loved the cookies so much that I had to usually hide the cookies around the house. And sometimes, if a bag was opened and I didn't catch it, she would eat the entire bag. So we had to watch out for the cookies. She hated wearing her dentures. And she would wear them when we went out, but when we got home, Mary knows, out they would come. She hated them. So you can see these are a little of her likes and dislikes. She hated the arthritis pain in her knees. And most of you know we tried so many doctors. We tried everything. We tried acupuncture, you name it, we tried it. And she never really got any relief. But now the pain is over. She's pain-free. That's right, amen. Her knees are resting. So that makes me feel good. One of Agnes's big dislikes, major dislikes, was President Obama.
Amen.
I hate to say that, but it's true. It's true. And if you got her talking about it, Mary and Roy know she'd go on and on about how much she disliked him. She also wasn't fond of that huge TV commercial, the Kia commercial. She hated that. Every time it came on, she flipped the channel. And she would go so far, I'm telling on her, but she told it too because she's a funny girl. She would go so far as to take the newspaper when his ad was on there and his face, and she put it on Bella, her dog's wee-wee pads. And she thought it was so funny when Bella hit the mark. You know, Agnes loved bling. Fancy, sparkly shirts, high fashion, gold, diamonds, the bigger the better. She loved it. You guys know back there, Barry and
The bling.
Yeah, the bling. She loved the bling. She hated sloppy clothes. She did not like sloppy dressers. She wouldn't always tell you, but she didn't like it. She loved her dog Bella. Bella could do no wrong. Bella was her faithful companion. Many of you probably heard Bella barking and carrying on. But, you know, she loved Bella. She loved all animals. And like Mary mentioned, she loved to dance in her younger days. She loved a good steak and a bloomin' onion. But do not serve her green bell peppers, raisins, or rice, because she hated those. She loved to have her friends over sometimes, and she'd have me whip up some sandwiches. She always liked to do that. She loved her warm tea. It had to be lukewarm with lots of cream, mostly cream. And coffee, she would drink coffee, but it could not be hot. She hated it hot. She made that terrible face if it was hot or bitter, like it was the most terrible thing in the world. She loved